Good evening to us all. This is Philip here once more. I just want to share something very brief and important with all of us. And so, as a young person, one thing that I've realized with young people is the tendency for us to compare ourselves with our colleagues, our classmates, and all that. And I think that it is natural that as a person, you'd want to be doing as much as your friends are doing, or even better, right? It is natural. Everybody want to you want to be up there with your friends and all that. But sometimes when that gets unhealthy, it is important that you begin to check it so that it doesn't lead you into problems. We all understand that as people we are not the same. We are not exposed to the same opportunities. We don't have the same trainings. We don't have the same background and all that. And so it is normal that people are going to be better than other people, right? You can have some of your friends are going to be doing better than you. You likely are going to also be doing better than some of your friends and all, and that is natural. But the fact is that sometimes if you don't take your time, that is likely to get very unhealthy, right? Where the success of your friends and all that become threatens you. When the success of your friends threatens you, when it makes you feel uncomfortable, when it gives you a lot of pressure, then it's important that you take a step back and reevaluate things. The issue is that sometimes as young people we put ourselves in situations that have the tendency to jeopardize our future, and one of those things is unhealthy comparison. So what I want to advise is that when you see your own friend doing better than you, when you see your people you went to the same school, your mates doing better than you, instead of being jealous and putting pressure on yourself and asking why it is not you, I would advise that you begin to see them as a motivation, right? Begin to tell yourself that once this friend of mine is able to achieve this, it means that it is possible for me to. Once this person comes from the same village that I come from and is able to achieve this lot, then it means that I equally have the chance to be able to achieve these things. And I think that once we begin to see ourselves as motivation instead of a competition, then it helps us a lot. Because the issue is that what usually drag people into having depression and having suicidal thoughts is when you feel that you are being left behind, when you feel that all your friends are doing better than you think that your friends have better jobs that you don't than you have. They are married and their lives look like it is together and all that, but you still are not able to decide on where exactly your own life is going. It is okay that sometimes you are likely to feel left behind. But once you constantly think about that, once you continue to focus on the fact that your friends are doing better than you and you are left behind, you are likely to fall into depression. And that's where the issues begin to start in your lives. And so I'm going to encourage someone today that you have to understand that the fingers are not the same, our timings are not the same. God has a purpose and timing for all of us. Maybe this is just not your season, maybe your time has not come yet, but I'm going to encourage you to begin to prepare, begin to educate yourself, begin to train yourself, begin to be thinking positive for yourself, make positive declarations into your own life. And I'm telling you, when that one opportunity you're waiting for comes your way, you are going to fly and your life be a motivation to many. It is important for us as young people to be able to guard our mental health. And I said in the previous video that your mental health, it's something you have to guard, and guard it jealously. You have to do that jealously, because once you allow society to get into your head, once you allow the demands and pressures of life to get into your head, you are likely to break down completely. And the thought of suicide usually starts from these things. When you begin to feel that you are a failure, when you begin to feel that you are not doing as much as your friends are doing, if you have the feeling that you are left behind, and all that. These things are likely to put a lot of pressure on you mentally. And so it's important that as a young person, you learn to protect your mental health. You learn to grow in your own speed, not putting a lot of pressure on yourself. When you see your friends are doing well, it's important to cheer them on, because your time is going to come. And when your time comes, you're going to be a wonder, and the world will celebrate you. Thank you, and do have a good evening.